Alright, what's up everyone? Before we get into the weeds on how your entire financial life is about to get a massive upgrade, I want to ask you for a quick favor. If you enjoy this and learn something new, do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button for the algorithm. It costs you nothing, takes about half a second, and it tells me you want more content just like this. My goal is to give you as much free value as possible, helping you navigate the complex world of money so you can build wealth and achieve financial independence. Subscribing is the best way to stay in the loop and support the mission, and because I appreciate you taking the time to be here, I've got something special for you. As a thank you for subscribing today, I'm giving away my exclusive guide, the 5-Minute Guide to Smarter Spending. It's a super simple, no-fluff PDF that breaks down the exact strategies I use to keep my expenses low without sacrificing my quality of life. This isn't about cutting out your daily coffee, it's about being intentional with your money. All you have to do is subscribe, and I'll make sure you get access to it. It's a small gift to kickstart your journey toward financial mastery. Now let's talk about the future. The world of finance is changing faster than ever before. For generations, banking, investing, and managing money have followed a pretty predictable script. You'd go to a bank, talk to a teller, maybe meet a financial advisor in a stuffy office. But today, two massive technological forces are completely rewriting the rules of the game. I'm talking about artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency. These aren't just buzzwords you hear on the news, they are practical tools that are already changing how we save, spend, and invest our hard-earned money. In this essay, we're going to break it all down in simple, easy-to-understand terms. No complex jargon, no confusing charts, just the straight facts on what you need to know. We'll cover what AI and crypto actually are, how they are shaking up the old-school financial system, and most importantly, how you can use them to your advantage. We'll also talk about the risks, because let's be real, with great opportunity comes great responsibility. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the future of finance. Imagine your bank account not just holding your money but actively helping you grow it. Picture an investment portfolio that adjusts itself automatically based on your goals and the market's mood, without you lifting a finger. Think about sending money across the world in minutes, not days, for a fraction of the cost. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. This is the reality that artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency are building right now. These two technologies are the engines of a financial revolution, and they are putting more power, control, and opportunity directly into your hands than ever before in history. The traditional financial system, for all its benefits, has always had its gatekeepers. Big banks, investment firms, and credit card companies have long controlled the flow of money, often charging hefty fees for their services. They decided who got a loan, what interest rate you paid, and how you could invest your savings. AI and crypto are challenging this entire structure. AI is automating the decision-making process, making it faster, cheaper, and often more objective. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, is creating a parallel financial system that operates without these traditional middlemen, offering a new way to think about ownership and transactions. So, why should you, as someone focused on building wealth, care about any of this? Because understanding these trends is no longer optional. It's essential for your financial future. These technologies are creating new ways to save, new assets to invest in, and new tools to manage your money with incredible precision. Ignoring them would be like ignoring the internet in the late 1990s. The people who took the time to understand the internet back then were the ones who were best positioned to benefit from the digital age. The same principle applies here and now with AI and crypto in finance. Throughout this discussion, we're going to explore both sides of the coin. We'll look at the incredible potential these technologies have to democratize finance and help you reach your goals faster. We'll examine the real-world applications that you can start using today, but we will also be very clear about the risks involved. New technology is often a wild frontier with volatility, uncertainty, and bad actors trying to take advantage of the hype. Being informed means understanding both the upside and the downside, so you can make smart, calculated decisions for your financial well-being. Let's start with AI. You hear the term artificial intelligence thrown around all the time, and it can sound incredibly complicated, like something out of a Hollywood blockbuster. But at its core, the concept is actually pretty simple. Think of AI as teaching a computer how to think and learn, much like a human does. It's about creating smart software that can analyze huge amounts of information, recognize patterns, make predictions, and even make decisions on its own. It's not about sentient robots taking over the world. It's about using powerful computation to perform tasks that would normally require human intelligence. In the world of finance, this is a complete game changer. Your bank, for example, is already using AI in ways you might not even notice. When you get a fraud alert on your credit card after making an unusual purchase, that's AI at work. An algorithm analyzed your normal spending habits, spotted something out of the ordinary, and flagged it for your protection. It did this in a split second by sifting through millions of transactions to find a pattern that a human would have missed. This same technology helps banks decide whether to approve a loan application by analyzing thousands of data points to assess risk more accurately. Another fantastic example that puts AI directly in your hands is the rise of robo-advisors. These are automated, algorithm-driven investment platforms. Instead of paying a human financial advisor a high fee, you answer a few simple questions about your financial goals, your age, and your tolerance for risk. The AI then takes that information and builds a diversified investment portfolio for you, typically using low-cost index funds and ETFs. It doesn't stop there. The AI will continuously monitor your portfolio and automatically rebalance it to keep you on track, something that would require constant attention from a human. So, AI in finance isn't some distant futuristic idea. It's here, and it's making financial services more accessible, efficient, and personalized. From the chatbot that answers your banking questions at 2 a.m. to the budgeting app that analyzes your spending and suggests ways to save more, AI is acting as a personal financial assistant. It takes the guesswork and emotional decision-making out of money management, replacing it with data-driven insights. It's a powerful tool designed to help you make smarter choices with your money, and it's only getting more sophisticated. Now let's tackle the other big player, cryptocurrency. If AI is the brains of the new financial world, crypto is its radical new backbone. When people hear crypto, they usually think of Bitcoin and stories of people becoming millionaires overnight or losing everything in a market crash. While that's part of the story, the underlying technology is far more interesting and potentially revolutionary. At its simplest, a cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency that is secured by cryptography, which makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend. It's like digital cash that isn't issued or controlled by any single bank or government. This is where the idea of a blockchain comes in. Imagine a digital ledger like a giant, shared spreadsheet that records every single transaction made with a cryptocurrency. This ledger isn't stored in one central place like a bank server. Instead, it's distributed across thousands of computers all over the world. Every time a new transaction happens, it gets added as a block to this chain of previous transactions. Because this ledger is shared and verified by so many computers, it's incredibly secure and transparent. No single person or company can change the records without everyone else in the network knowing. Bitcoin is the most famous example of this. It was the very first cryptocurrency, created to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This means you can send Bitcoin to anyone, anywhere in the world, without needing a bank or a payment processor like PayPal or Visa to act as a middleman. The transaction is recorded on the Bitcoin blockchain, and the fees are typically much lower than traditional international wire transfers. Other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum have expanded on this idea. Ethereum is more like a global computer that allows developers to build decentralized applications, or dApps, on its blockchain, opening up possibilities for finance, gaming, and more. So, the big idea behind crypto is decentralization. It's about taking power away from central authorities and giving it back to individuals. It represents a fundamental shift from a system based on trust in institutions to a system based on cryptographic proof. While it's still highly volatile and seen as a speculative investment by many, the technology itself offers a fascinating glimpse into a future where you have true ownership of your digital assets and can transact freely and securely without asking for permission from a central gatekeeper. That is a powerful and disruptive concept. For decades, the financial system operated on a very traditional model. If you wanted a loan, you had to go to a bank, fill out piles of paperwork, and wait days or even weeks for approval. To invest, you'd meet with a broker who would charge you commissions. Sending money internationally was slow and expensive, involving multiple correspondent banks, each taking a cut. Everything was centralized, often bureaucratic, and not always accessible to everyone. This was the old way of doing finance. Now let's contrast that with the new way, powered by AI and crypto. AI is completely transforming the lending process. Instead of relying solely on a simple credit score, AI algorithms can analyze thousands of data points in real time, like your cash flow, spending habits, and even utility bill payments, to create a much more holistic and fair assessment. This means people who might have been rejected by traditional banks, like freelancers with irregular income, now have a better chance of getting approved. The process is also incredibly fast, with some fintech companies offering loan decisions in minutes, not weeks. In the world of investing, the change is just as dramatic. Robo-advisors have made investing accessible to everyone. You no longer need thousands of dollars to get started or pay high fees to a human advisor. You can start investing with as little as a few dollars, and the AI-driven platform does all the heavy lifting for you. This has democratized wealth building, allowing a whole new generation of investors to enter the market. Cryptocurrency is pushing the boundaries even further, especially with something called decentralized finance, or DeFi. DeFi aims to rebuild the entire financial system, lending, borrowing, trading, insurance, on public blockchains, without any middlemen. Imagine earning interest on your digital assets that is significantly higher than traditional savings accounts, or taking out a loan using your crypto as collateral, all through automated smart contracts instead of banks. While still in its early and risky stages, DeFi represents a radical vision for a more open, transparent, and globally accessible financial system. The best part about the AI revolution in finance is that you don't have to wait to take advantage of it. There are powerful, user-friendly tools available right now that can help you manage your money more effectively and accelerate your journey to financial independence. One of the most common and impactful categories is budgeting and expense tracking apps. Apps like Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, or Personal Capital use AI to securely connect to all of your financial accounts, whether it's bank accounts, credit cards, loans, or investments, and give you a complete picture of your financial health in one place. These apps don't just show you your balances. Their AI engines categorize your transactions automatically, so you can see exactly where your money is going each month. They can identify your spending patterns, highlight areas where you might be overspending, and help you create a realistic budget that aligns with your goals. Some can even spot recurring subscriptions you may have forgotten about, saving you money instantly. By automating the tedious task of tracking every penny, these AI-powered apps make it easier than ever to stay on top of your finances and make conscious, informed spending decisions. Beyond budgeting, we have the robo-advisors I mentioned before, like Wealthfront or Betterment. These platforms are perfect for anyone who wants to start investing but feels intimidated by the stock market. The AI does the complex work for you. It selects a mix of investments based on your risk tolerance and automatically manages them over time. A key feature many of them offer is tax loss harvesting, a sophisticated strategy where the AI sells investments at a loss to offset taxes on your gains. This was once a strategy reserved for the ultra-wealthy with personal accountants, but now AI makes it available to everyday investors, potentially saving you thousands of dollars in taxes over your lifetime. Finally, even your credit score is getting an AI boost. Services like Experian Boost or Ultra FICO allow you to use your own positive financial data, like your history of paying utility and phone bills on time, to potentially increase your credit score. The AI analyzes this new data to demonstrate your credit worthiness beyond just your traditional credit history. For someone with a thin credit file or a borderline score, this can be the difference between getting approved for a loan at a good interest rate or being denied. These are all practical examples of how AI is working behind the scenes to give you more control and better outcomes. While AI tools offer a relatively safe and predictable way to improve your finances, stepping into the world of cryptocurrency is a different story entirely. The potential rewards in crypto can be astronomical. We've all heard the stories of early Bitcoin investors who turned a few $1,000s into millions. The allure of that kind of life-changing return is powerful, and it attracts a lot of people to the space. For some, investing in promising new crypto projects is like investing in a tech startup in its earliest days. If the project succeeds and gains widespread adoption, the value of its token could multiply many times over. These potential rewards come from the disruptive nature of the technology itself. If a decentralized application for lending or a new blockchain for fast global payments truly manages to challenge the established giants of finance, its value could skyrocket. Beyond pure investment, cryptocurrencies can offer practical benefits. For people living in countries with unstable currencies, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or stablecoins pegged to the US dollar can be a way to protect their savings from hyperinflation. For others, it's a way to send money to family overseas quickly and cheaply, bypassing the slow and costly traditional remittance system. However, it is absolutely crucial to understand that with high potential reward comes extremely high risk. The cryptocurrency market is notoriously volatile. It's not uncommon for the value of a digital asset to drop by 20, 30, or even more percent in a single day. There is no safety net, no FDIC insurance like you have with a bank account. If you invest in a project that fails, your investment can go to zero. The space is also rife with scams, from rug pulls where developers abandon a project and run off with investors' money, to sophisticated phishing attacks designed to steal your private keys and drain your wallet. Because the technology is so new, the regulatory landscape is also constantly changing. Governments around the world are still figuring out how to approach crypto, and new laws or regulations can have a massive impact on the market's value overnight. Therefore, if you decide to explore crypto, you must do so with extreme caution. The golden rule is to never invest more than you are willing to lose. Treat it as the most speculative part of your portfolio, not your core savings. Do your own extensive research, understand the technology you're investing in, and be prepared for a very bumpy ride. So, we've talked about AI and crypto, the tools, the risks, and the rewards. But let's bring it all together. Why should you, especially if you're younger, make it a priority to learn about these technologies? The simple answer is that this is the direction the world is heading. The financial industry is in the middle of a once-in-a-generation transformation, and the principles of money management are being rewritten. Being financially literate in the 21st century means more than just knowing how to balance a checkbook. It means understanding the digital tools and systems that will define your financial life. For young people, the opportunity is immense. You have the longest time horizon for investing, which means you can benefit the most from the power of compounding growth, whether it's through a low-cost robo-advisor or a carefully considered, small allocation to crypto assets. By adopting AI-powered budgeting tools early on, you can build strong financial habits that will serve you for the rest of your life. You have the advantage of being a digital native, making you naturally more comfortable with adopting new technologies than previous generations. This is your home turf. Furthermore, understanding these technologies opens up new career opportunities. The demand for professionals who understand blockchain data science and AI in finance is exploding. From fintech startups to major investment banks, companies are looking for people who can help them navigate this new landscape. By educating yourself now, you're not just improving your personal financial situation, you're also investing in your human capital and positioning yourself for the jobs of the future. This knowledge is an asset that will continue to pay dividends throughout your career. Ultimately, learning about AI and crypto is about empowerment. It's about taking control of your financial destiny in a world where you have more tools at your disposal than any generation before you. It's about moving from being a passive consumer of financial services to an active, informed participant. These technologies are not a magic bullet for wealth, but they are incredibly powerful levers. By learning how to use them wisely, you can make your money work harder for you, make smarter decisions, and build a more secure and prosperous future for yourself. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the smart algorithms of AI that can automate your investments to the decentralized promise of cryptocurrency. The key takeaway should be this: finance is no longer a spectator sport. The tools to build wealth are becoming more accessible, more intelligent, and more powerful every single day. The future belongs to those who are curious, who are willing to learn, and who take proactive steps to manage their financial lives. Don't let these opportunities pass you by simply because they seem new or complex. Start small, stay consistent, and keep learning. Your journey doesn't have to be complicated. Start by trying out one of the AI-powered budgeting apps we talked about. Link your accounts and just spend a week observing your spending patterns. Or, open an account with a robo-advisor with a small amount of money, maybe $100, just to see how it works and get comfortable with the process. The goal is not to become an expert overnight, but to take that first crucial step. Every single person who has achieved financial success started with a single decision to learn and take action. Today can be that day for you, and as you continue on this path, I want to be a resource for you. If you found this essay helpful and you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps the channel tremendously and ensures you won't miss out on future content where we dive even deeper into these topics. We'll explore advanced strategies, review new tools, and break down the latest news in the world of finance, all with the goal of helping you build your wealth. Your subscription is your ticket to staying ahead of the curve. As my final thank you, here's one last reminder about the free gift. For everyone who subscribes, I'm sending over my guide, the 5-Minute Guide to Smarter Spending. It's a quick read packed with actionable tips to help you optimize your cash flow immediately. It's the perfect companion to the AI budgeting tools we discussed. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I truly appreciate it. Now go out there, start learning, use these tools wisely, and build the financial future you deserve.